When parents come into our practice for the first time, I tell them we're here to look at the body through a different lens. And today I want to talk with you about what that lens is. Now, if you haven't seen me here on social, my name is Dr. Devin. I'm one of the docs at Rising Health Family Chiropractic, and I take care of a lot of kids ranging from 2 weeks old all the way to 17, 18, not kids anymore, right? Teenagers. But one of the things we want to look for is we want to look through the body through a different lens, the lens of the nervous system. And the nervous system is the master controller. It's the brain and body that talk together. If the brain and the body aren't talking, it can cause the body to be inefficient. It can cause a lot of miscommunication, and then things don't work as easy. Systems, organs, glands can't communicate, muscles and movement don't work quite as well, and it can cause havoc in the brain. So what I want to show you today is the lens we use, the tests we use, the scans that we call them, that help us dig into neurology to be able to help kids. So oftentimes when kids come in, they have a symptom, right? As a mom, if you're watching this right now, there's a struggle in your life. I have this example on here. I'm going to switch my screen. And for this kiddo, in this example that I'm going to show you of scans, it's stomach pains, it's digestion, it's eating habits, it's not feeling comfortable, and it's causing this kiddo here to just feel like, okay, I'm a little more anxious in social environments. I don't feel good at the lunch table. I'm not able to eat. I'm not able to digest. And that's causing my brain to really not be able to communicate and to signal as best as it can. So when we hear symptoms like that, what we want to say is, okay, what system in the body is this going with, or what system isn't talking to the brain as easily as we can? And that's why we love to use these insight scans, and that's what these are right over here. This is a thermal scan, and a thermal means that we're just taking temperature up the spine. We're looking thousands of times at each segment to see what the balance is of that temperature, and then what the balance is from the bottom to the top of the body. Now, that's important because we call it the autonomic system, but really think of it like the automatic system. These are the things that should be going on autopilot, subconsciously. With kids, it's, the heart beating, the lungs breathing, the digestive system happening, the body just working through all these different systems on automatic. But if the nervous system has stress in one of those areas, it's not going to be able to communicate as easy with the brain. Signaling is going to go awry, and the nervous system is going to start to work harder. So in this case, for this kiddo, on this thermal reading, we have a lot of basically these clumps that go side to side. Now, what that really is there are temperature changes that are shifting all over the place. When we see that happen, that shows that there's stress and there's faulty signaling going from the body to the brain and from the brain back to the body, because our brain and our body, they're in constant communication all the time, working together to adapt to its environment. And so if we've got stress down here, in the digestive system, the elimination system, if we've got stress here in the stomach and processing, right? If we have stress all the way up here in the upper cervical, that goes with sleep, that goes with calm and emotions and all those areas, that's going to cause the brain to be more on edge, and the brain and the body not to be talking with each other. The other thing that we see in scans like this is the effort it takes kids to do everyday things. This is what I love about looking at scans, is when kiddos have to use too much effort to do something like digestion, to do something like taking a deep breath, to do something like just sit in class and be able to focus, that causes them to struggle with behavior. It causes them to struggle with sleep. It causes them to, all these things that should be more on autopilot, the autonomic functions of the body, for that to be more difficult. So when we remove that, and when we help that nervous system be more calm, like it is right here on the right, and we have better brain to body signaling. We're using less effort to do the work of those systems, organs, glands. Awesome things happen. Stomach pains become more manageable. Digestion happens easier. We can go to that sporting event. We can get sleep at night. We can do all those things easier simply because the body and the brain are talking to each other easier. Now, right, remember at the beginning I said looking at this through a different lens, and that's really truly what it is. We're not as concerned with just the symptoms. We want to know those, but we want to dig deeper to, see, because we want to see, why is that brain and body not talking to each other? Because if we can find that out, then we can formulate the care plan and formulate the care to be able to help that body communicate and work more efficiently and really get to work on what's going to make it go easier for them, because that's what their body wants. It wants to work efficiently and easy. And if it's not, and then, that's where we have struggle. So if your child is struggling with something like this, or maybe another process that I didn't mention, we would love to dig in and show you the test, the lens we look through to determine if we can help them. So if you have any questions, comment below. We'd love to talk more, but there's numerous amounts of PX docs around the country that can help you, that can dig into these scans, because they're going to be the ones that get to the bottom of it, find the cause, and be able to help your kiddo thrive with communication, with systems, and then with the symptoms that they are struggling with. So I hope this video finds you well. Love you guys. God bless, and we'll see you soon.